Hello and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Cancer for the month of November. Please remember that this is a general reading. There will be some parts that do not resonate with you. Please only take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest. You may also want to check out your other signs as well. I've already meditated on the cards. I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today, dear Cancer. In the past position, we've got the Page of Wands, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. In the obstacle position, we've got the High Priestess, clarified by the Queen of Wands. In the present position, we've got Ten of Pentacles, clarified by Death. And in the future outcome position, we have the Five of Swords, clarified by the Hanged Man. In the past position, we've got the Page of Wands, which is a really wonderful card to have in the past position because definitely it suggests that you've come a long way, you've matured, you've gained wisdom, you've gained knowledge, you've gained experience that has created a really solid foundation for you on which you kind of rely on today. And clearly there was someone who kind of provided influence to you and guidance and advice that was very much needed. The Queen of Pentacles is of course an authority figure, and she definitely, Pentacles are really good for financial aspect of things. So definitely, someone perhaps helped you financially or given you advice regarding finances, but clearly in the past, you took action. Perhaps even it was a risk because sometimes the Page of Wands are known to be, the King of Wands as well as the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Wands are known to be risk takers a little bit as well. They like to pursue opportunity. They like to kind of take advantage of things. They are curious. They are adventurous. So definitely the Page of Wands is a card that suggests that perhaps in the past you were a little bit more mature than many of your peers around you, and perhaps you took a decision and pursued an opportunity that turned out really greatly for you. In the obstacle position, we've got the High Priestess, clarified by the Queen of Wands. The High Priestess is a wonderful card to have in a generally normal position. She's very positive. She's very kind of like the Hierophant. They are both all about wisdom and tradition, but in the obstacle position, the High Priestess suggests that there's a kind of lack of wisdom. There could be a little bit of self-doubt. There could be a little bit of insecurity that you may feel, perhaps not feeling super intuitive. The High Priestess in the obstacle position can bring lack of intuition, perhaps even some emotions that are repressed, not sort of following your heart and not pursuing, not maybe voicing how you truly feel, could be a little bit what is kind of holding you back and creating a bit of an obstacle. The Queen of Wands could be someone that is around you, or could also be you as well, but I feel like it's someone who is around you who may be a little bit someone who is an authority figure as well, because of course the Queen of Wands is a monarch. She is accomplished, she has a lot of resources at her disposal, and normally she's very positive, magnetic person, upbeat, energetic, she has a lot of knowledge, she has a lot of wisdom as well. But in the obstacle position, it's someone who may have kind of bad temper, someone who could be a little bit overbearing, sort of smothering energy, if you will. Definitely, it could also mean that you have lost a little bit of faith in things overall. It could be that you are kind of not pursuing friendships. It could be that you're maybe like kind of pushing, normally people that you would have around you a little bit away because you're not feeling your best, it could be that you are kind of feeling a little bit tired, just of overall, sort of like a chronic fatigue. And so, being a little grouchy, makes people not want to be around you. But definitely the really notable warning here is the kind of not letting your emotions kind of go freely, because that could actually stunt your progress pretty severely. So do make sure that you allow yourself to feel and to express how you feel. In the present position, we've got the Ten of Pentacles clarified by Death. The Ten of Pentacles is a really wonderful card, especially for the finances. Generally, this card means transfer of wealth, really doing kind of well financially, or moving in that direction where you feel more and more stable, more and more secure. It could be representative of your relationship. It could be like a friendship, where you are starting to really build a bond. It could be, something at work that is going on. Unfortunately, clarified by Death, it could mean several things. It could mean that things that you see as certain could be perhaps not so certain. And definitely it could, for example, if you were doing okay financially, it could mean a little bit of problems coming up. It could mean, some bills that are popping up that are creating a little bit of a problem for you, or, something extra, unforeseen perhaps coming that could be a little bit of a delay. Definitely the combination here suggests that you are going through a little bit of a transformation, and things are changing where kind of inevitably, if you will. It's definitely a beginning of a pretty, significant moving in a different direction. It could be, that some doors are being closed. It could be that a chapter, for example, if you went to school for the last 4 years, you could be graduating and leaving that behind. It could be that a relationship kind of run its course and it's coming to its sort of natural conclusion, where people don't really have anything in common with one another, anything anymore. But definitely, the one thing that's important to remember is that, Death clears room for, new ideas and new people to come into your life. So, there are kind of both ways to look at that as well. In the future outcome position, you've got the Five of Swords clarified by the Hanged Man. Swords is very kind of intellectual energy, analytical energy, and kind of challenging energy as well, if you will. The Five of Swords could symbolize that you may be winning an argument, but what does that cost you? So it's a little bit of a warning that you may not try and see if you can avoid conflict. Try and see if you can, if you can foretell that that a situation is going, sorry, that's my cat, that a situation is not going the way you would like it to go. The Five of Swords could also mean that the situation didn't go as well as you expected it to go. Perhaps someone was a little bit sneaky. Perhaps there was a little bit of competition that you may not have been aware of. But definitely, the Five of Swords is kind of a warning to you that you may want to be aware of everything that is happening around you, as there may be, kind of words saying words said behind your back, because of course swords represent words, and those can be kind of hurtful at times. And of course, it's clarified by the Hanged Man, who symbolizes basically sacrifice, who symbolizes letting go of ego. If you want to achieve your answers and you receive a Hanged Man in your reading, it suggests that you must kind of break old patterns. You must change your perspective. And so the combination here, the Five of Swords with the Hanged Man, suggests that you may want to stop thinking and overthinking about a situation and start feeling. You can use your feelings as a guidance the same way you can use, rationale and logic as a guidance. And sometimes, feelings take over because ultimately, feelings also have a role to play in our life. Much of our life is motivated by our feelings. So the combination here suggests that if you're suppressing feelings, and because it's perhaps too scary to feel, then definitely you are going to make the situation much worse for yourself and for the people that are around you, because ultimately the feelings kind of take over. Ultimately, the feelings will sort of kind of rise to the top and let you know that you should have followed them. You can't sort of, lie to your own heart, And so every day we sort of lie a little bit, especially like, for example, if you go to work and you'll have a boss who is unreasonable or what have you, you may hide your feelings, you may suppress your feelings in order to obviously keep your job, but at the same time, if there's a serious kind of disagreement, then it needs to be addressed, and perhaps, things need to be changed, by you or by your supervisor or what have you. Either way, if you don't address it and you continue to suppress it, then it may come out as a health kind of risk, I've known people that kind of develop ulcers or, what have you, it does affect you. Suppressing feelings is kind of unhealthy, and definitely, there are people who have stayed in relationships because it was too scary to address certain things. And also, how do you kind of move on from that, from a relationship, that means that there are changes that may be, and so that could be scary. Unfortunately, one of the, things that we as humans have to do and have responsibility for is to address the feelings. So suppressing them does not lead anywhere where happiness is found. Definitely voicing, the divine wants you to take yourself seriously. The divine wants you to see yourself as someone who is unique and someone who is special, and honor, those things that you need to honor. Let's see if we can clarify some of this with the 3 energy oracle cards that I pulled, and they are Cornucopia, Strategy, and the Thinking Man. So definitely the divine is blessing you. The Cornucopia is an amazing card, and the divine clearly supports you and wants you to do well, and it's a card of wishes fulfilled and abundant harvest, and great blessings are waiting for you, and you may even find all of your wishes fulfilled. This cornucopia of gifts from the universe can come in the form of financial riches, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all of the above. When you receive the cornucopia upright, you know that you've done important work and it's about to pay off. The seeds you've planted in your energy and in your life are ready to be harvested in some significant ways. Get ready for a great feast of abundant value is being prepared for you now, and Spirit is applauding all of your effort. The Spirit is aware that some of the things that you're going through are tough. The Spirit is aware that, those challenges that you have to overcome are not easy. So definitely the Spirit wants you to know that you are going to be supported and blessed and very much receive, all the abundance that you so righteously deserve. Strategy is about making a plan. Definitely this card is telling you to spend some time setting things in order. Where do you want to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What, is a clear plan? Do you want to be in a specific place like town or city? Do you want to live, perhaps in a rural environment? Who's, with you? Who are you surrounded by? What kind of job do you have? What kind of lifestyle do you have? All those things, it's important to plan because, like that saying goes, if you plan to fail, you fail to plan. Yeah, if you plan to fail, you fail to plan. Sometimes I have to say it because I get confused. The Thinking Man is a card about wisdom and understanding. There may be someone in your life who's going to give you advice and help you with choosing a direction. So definitely keep your eyes open and reach out if you can. It's always advisable to kind of see what kind of people are around you. Perhaps there is someone that can provide a little bit of assistance, a little bit of support that is needed. Let's see what answers from angels we've got, and they are: let go, peaceful resolution, and ask for help from others. Let go is directly related to the Hanged Man. It's sometimes kind of life puts us in a predicament where we kind of have to let go, and that is when we learn about ourselves. That is when we learn about sometimes how we feel. Challenges make us stronger. Change of perspective makes us stronger. Sometimes we kind of have to go away to appreciate and come back to appreciate what we have. And so definitely surrendering and letting things play out is what is advised from the Divine Spirit right now. And definitely you don't have anything to worry about because things will be resolved. There will be a peaceful resolution. I think the Divine is trying to kind of calm your nerves about the Death card here, kind of reassure you that you've got this, you have the skills, you have the resources. Don't underestimate how strong you are. Don't underestimate how knowledgeable you are and how the skills have helped you advance so far. We tend to underestimate ourselves quite a lot and kind of talk ourselves down. So make sure, that you kind of allow your emotions to express, how you feel. And of course, don't underestimate things that you can achieve. And definitely reach out and ask for help because the Divine is reminding you that you do have people that are willing and very much would be glad to help you. All you need to do is ask. And that is important. Sometimes that is a ritual in and of itself, is asking. Sometimes people have a bit of a hang up about asking. But if you're able to ask for help, the Divine will reward you so much more. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Cancer. It looks like the month of November is going to have a little bit of a challenge for you, especially with the Death card and the Hanged Man, but things are going to get much easier towards the end of November, and come December you're going to start really feeling wonderful. Things are going to pick up. Definitely don't let the Death here card kind of bring you down, as it does look like everything will be peaceful and all parties will be kind of content with the resolution that comes about. But do remember that you don't want to overshare too much information. If there's some kind of information that you have that is very kind of close to your heart, keep it close to your heart. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Cancer. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and I will see you next time.